Welcome back, PES fans. 4 quarter-finals, 4 goals apiece for Mario Gomez and Andreas Iniesta, and 4 spaces in the semi-finals of Euro 2012. It's that time of year again. The anticipation, ecstasy, agony, the drama and the emotion of tournament football boils down to the knockout stages. Netherlands keen to pick up where they left off. They had their sights set on a second European Championship semi-final in a row. Last time round they were shocked by the Russians, but after the run Greece had in the group stages, their supporters are allowing themselves to fall in love with a footballing fairy tale once again. Here we go, 8 must be divided by 2. It's Greece versus the Netherlands. Van Persie gets the ball in, Robins flicked it on to Schneider at the near post. Wesley Schneider trying the element of surprise against Chalkias. Respectable power despite being on the turn. De Jong teases Karagunis, takes it out of his grasp like candy from a baby. Van Persie is there and it's another sound save from Chalkias. Van der Vaal keeping the pressure on. Schneider's knocked it down to Arjen Robben. He slipped it under the net. 10 minutes is all it takes for the Oranges to peel back the skin of Greece. It's Arjen Robben, one of the survivors from Euro 2004. Almost certainly would have participated in the final against Greece if they weren't so unlucky against the hosts Portugal. Arjen Robben once again being a thorn in the side of the Greeks, and someone had to stop him. It's a petulant one, but a free kick in a dangerous position. Schneider scored from this range before. Yeah, nowhere near close. Karagunis gets it from Sapangidis. Samaras! Well, that was pretty embarrassing. Robin is once again gliding into that Greek penalty area, and Van Persie, not sure whether it was supposed to be a cross or a shot. Matthijssen is running towards the cross. Excellent initiative shown by Joris Matthijssen. Affelay lumps it into the penalty area. Van Persie slices it. Van Persie strikes, hits another blue body in the way, and it's found its way to the centre half. It's Joris Matthijssen, of all the people to put the Netherlands further in front. It's the man usually situated furthest back from the goal. It's almost as if he wanted to score a goal. Could have gotten a goal 7 minutes earlier from that corner. Greece are under so much pressure, they're being smothered. Van Persie, what's he got in mind? Oh, he rattles the post! Wouldn't surprise me if there's a bend in that post now. Zavelas slowing the pace down, he lures Van Bommel in, and now he has some space for a ball in. Zavelas whips him in. Ninas, he's done it! It's all paid off and Greece are back in the game. It wasn't even the best cross, and Ninas has made the best of it. It's the young man Sotiris Ninas who scored the first goal of Euro 2012. He's come back with an even more significant one. That's clever to give it back to Schneider. Almost had a stroke of luck with the deflection, but very well could have gone anywhere. Socrates sends it long. Sapangidis, the strike is suppressed. And De Jong clatters into the substitute, Mitrologu, displaying some of that hot-blooded Greek temper. Needs to be careful, he's just come on the pitch, could be walking off of it very soon if he's not careful. Samaras, trying to line up the lucky sevens with that strike. It's been a totally different second half. I think the Netherlands spent all that ammo in the first. Sapangidis, he's walking through. Sapangidis lobs it into Mitroglu. We are going nowhere, thanks to the super substitute, Kostas Mitroglu. Greece have just enacted the extra time clause in the quarter-final. And with 2 shots on target, they scored 2 goals. Mamma mia, is it happening again? The Dutch looks fairly confident in that first half, but it's all been sucked out of them like a vacuum. Greece have a free kick in a very dangerous position. Zavelas hits a player on the way through as a corner kick to Greece. Nerve-wracking times for the Netherlands. 3 minutes to be added on as Papadopoulos sends it forward. And now the Netherlands have a breather. It's Van der Vaart. Schneider, last roll of the dice to quell any extra time to be played. Afellay, and the referee decides he doesn't like that. It's Wesley Schneider. Schneider, it's found its way through. They've rocked the Greeks. Wesley Schneider has sent the Netherlands through to the semi-finals with the last kick of the game. And it's from the same position he scored the Netherlands' first goal in this tournament against Denmark. From the dead ball situation, it's squeezed through the wall. And it's actually Georgios Samaras, the biggest man on the wall, has left the biggest leak in the Greeks' only defence. Between them and extra time, the Dutch started very brightly and they were losing their grip as the second half waged on. What a game! It's Greece 2, Netherlands 3. Technically, the Czech Republic have won more European championships than the heavy favourites Portugal, under the banner of Yugoslavia in 1976. Although in recent memory, both teams know the pain all too well of being runners-up. Both countries had the golden generation in 2004, although Portugal's squad has the most equity in this tournament. Juricek receives it from his captain. There's the ball in. Barros has helped it on to Pilar. And Patricia reads it like a book. Here's Plasil. Scored a scorcher against Poland. Oh, Barros has missed it. He must have blinked or something. Zizki. That's a good pass to find Barros with his back towards his entire team. Barros into the middle to Zizki. Barros is bundled in the top corner of the rebound of Patricia. Now we have a potential upset on our hands. Euro 2004's top goal scorer has been a shadow of his former self in this tournament, but he's declared his presence with the most valuable goal of the Czechs campaign so far. Contral with the ball into Postigo. It's knocked down to Mantinho. So unpredictable when it bounces off the surface like that. Well watched by Petr Cech. Good weighted pass from Ronaldo. Nani tried to release it somehow. Spread out wide to Quentra. There's a cross in. Nani. Oh, straight down at the shins of Cech. Yes, it's straight at him, but when it's angled downwards like that, it can be very difficult to save. Martinho. Back to the captain, Ronaldo. Now the playmaker swung one in, trying to surprise Hubnic at the back there. Now comes a rare advance from the Czech Republic. The first half has had Portugal's name written all over it. Plasil is in tempting range. Oh, he's gone past Moreles and has released a shot. Strong save from Patricia. Into the centre from Moreles. To Hugo Postiga. Back out wide to Nani. Ronaldo. Oh, and everybody's missed it. Little bit of friendly fire in that Czech penalty area. Thomas Rosický's done remarkably well. And the shot was too soft. Martinho. Postiga, Ronaldo is brought down. Now we are back in Cristiano country. It's a clash of knees from Juricek. Deep breath from Ronaldo. Strides up to strike. Tipped away by Petr Cech as it was dipping. Back heel to Quentra. Opens up his body for the ball in. And Postiga was unmarked. And it bounces into the calm catch of Petr Cech. Coming up to the hour mark now. Portugal might just have permission to worry. Barros has broken through. Bruno Alves has fell asleep. Milan Barros. And Pepe does well to soak it up. Barros doesn't have the same pace he possessed 8 years ago. Oh, well found. Rafael. Can he squeeze one in? He does. Pilar. How has that not gone in? Everything lined up perfectly. The obstructions were removed. And Pilar had a practically empty net to poke it into. Almeida, last person you would expect to get a ball in. Knocks it back into the mixer. Hubnic returns it back to the Portuguese. Martinho. Ronaldo is skipping past a couple of bodies. Here's Ronaldo! Goal! Captain Cristiano Fantastico does it again. Goal number 4 for CR7. And he practically does it single-handedly, dragging his team, kicking and screaming, back into the quarter-final against the Czech Republic. Portugal were growing as the second half elapsed. Barros searching for a little bit of genius in the back of that mind. Well, he's won a free kick. It's actually Pepe who got a little excited there. Plaza runs up. Oh, good catch. Snatched out of the sky by Patricia. A simple ball into Almeida. He's wiped out. Morales on the follow-up. With his arms outstretched, protesting for a penalty. And the referee waves them to get on with it. When Charles a bit of time for a ball in. Almeida knocks it down towards Postiga. Now Quaresma. There's a ball in. Ronaldo at the far post. How did he not keep it down? Just over 5 minutes remaining. The Czech Republic hanging on for dear life. Martinez drills another one in. Quintrao on the volley as it swings through the air like a helium-filled toy. Here comes the Reds. Thirsty for blood. Almeida's filling it through to Quaresma. It's all over. The comeback is complete. And the first semi-final is all but confirmed. As Ricardo Quaresma stands up from his bench, marches onto the pitch and books himself a ticket against the Netherlands for the rematch in the Euro 2012 semi-final number 1. The Czechs have fell apart at the back. And the referee blows his whistle, confirms it. We will have a rematch from the group of death. 2 goals apiece it was the first time round. Who knows what is in store? Portugal 2, Czech Republic 1. It's time for the World Cup 2006 rematch, and it's fair to say the most anticipated fixture of the tournament. 2 teams that have grew to be heavy favourites of the tournament, where the European champions have been struggling. Italy have a 100% win record in the group stage. France were impressive up until their last game against Sweden, where they were humbled 3 goals to 0. 2 heavy favourites head to head. In quarter-final number 3 as Ribéry sends it across to the head of Benzema. Now Benzema couldn't wrap it around the goal in time. Pirlo rolls it majestically to Thiago Motta. Motta tries to ping one past Lloris, but on his favoured foot the odds were against him. Motta, not sure what he was going for there. Nonetheless, Benzema's on his own. He skips past. He takes out Volteretti. Just Marquisio, but he holds it up to Nasri, and it fizzled out. De Rossi is beaten to it by Menez. Cassano. Good catch from Luis. Debucci. Menez helps it on to Nasri. And it's fair to say the Euro 2000 winners have had the edge so far in this first half. Cassano to Balotelli. Oh! It was curling, but in the wrong direction. Mario Balotelli, he's been a bright spot for Italy. Euro 2012, unpredictable. Ribéry slams on the brakes, releases it to Nasri. Here's Benzema, just going to tuck it past Buffon. Oh, and he does. Benzema beats Buffon, but the goalpost beats Benzema. This quarter-final is hanging in the balance like a seesaw. France have it up one end, Italy kick it back up the other. Cassano is landed in the lap of Balotelli, and Italy had the lead. And that's just how funny football can be. France were just a foot out from taking the lead at one end, and Italy capitalised and they scored the opener at the other. Karim Benzema almost surely scores here. And a drop kick later from the captain Buffon culminates in a goal scored by Mario Balotelli. And that would become goal number 3 for Super Mario. Into the mixer, and it's just shooed away by Pirlo. There's some interplay from Nasri and Kabay. Back to Nasri. That would have been a beautiful goal. Look at the confidence despite being a goal down. The French flair bubbles to the surface. Jeremy Menez Used to play his football in Italy, so he'll be all too familiar with most of these players. Benzema helps it on. Oh, Fernie Ribéry was a couple of feet taller. Shades of Paul Gascoigne at Euro 96. It's played into Cassano from Mata. Cassano is trying to place it in the air. In the top corner. Crater face miscalculates. Ribéry has a go, but it's going nowhere fast. It's blocked by Marchisio. Clean sheet. Ribéry. Cabaye on the outside of the box. Cabaye! Oh! Well, he can make him swerve for fun on the best of days. But the prospect of elimination is clearly bearing on him. Here comes Menez inviting Pirlo to stick his legs in. Debuchy. Benzema! Too far away to generate any meaningful power. It's another splendid counter-attack from France. It's a better performance than the win against Sweden, but it's still weighing on their minds, clearly. Cassano, the only Italian striker in the box. Giovinco is trying to catch up. Pirlo. Di Natale. Hits a player on the way through, and Marchisio. It was dry on the turn. It's launched into the big man, Giroud. Terrible. Or should I say, Giroud. Now pocket rocket, Giovinco. Sprinting. Mexes couldn't get enough on that leg. Di Natale's ruled it past Luis. And Italy have rolled into the semi-finals. It is indeed goal number 3 for Antonio Di Natale. And he's not even a starter. And he has more goals than Antonio Cassano. Philippe Mexes is trying to come across to shut down Di Natale. Sticks a leg out in vain. But that is a classy finish from the eloquent Italian. The referee is looking at his watch and the Azzurri is looking at the referee. But Giovinco wants a little bit more time. Look at this, tearing them inside out. Oh! It's as if Italy has stolen the tiki-taka from Spain and the French flair from Lemuse and built a bomb and assassinated France with it in the dying embers of the game. Utterly dissected. And if that isn't a warning shot against either Spain or England, I don't know what is. Well, Italy have done it. The final scoreline might be deceiving, but with 2 goals coming in the last 10 minutes of the game, France puts up reasonable resistance until the end. It's Italy 3, France 0. England has had 2 games to get comfortable and get used to the feeling of winning. But it's time to take on the big boys again, and it doesn't get any bigger than the European champion Spain, who for 2 games themselves haven't played like champions, throwing away 2 certain goal leads. Although they seem to experience a renaissance against Croatia. And as England was on the verge of exit, they dug deep and summoned the will to survive against the co-host Ukraine. No time to get comfortable though. If you're an England supporter, you know that knockout tournament football isn't the easiest thing to watch. Albiona gets the ball in. Iniesta is there! And it's frantically kicked away by Joe Hart. Bit of space for Milner to get a ball in. Young! Makes the connection, but it's in the bread basket of Casillas. What a chance for an early start from England. Too bad it happens to be the smallest man on the pitch, Ashley Young. Drilled into the centre by Alba towards Torres. Nice flip from him. And Xavi was smothered by John Terry. And the shot goes wide. Xavi is trying to read the run of David Silva. And it's stopped, but here's Torres. Oh, that's a great return, Fernando Torres. Unable to find a hole to pot it into. Frenzied white shirts running everywhere, trying to get in any way they can. That's a searching switch of the wings from James Milner. Jordan Henderson bursts away from PK Henderson. Welbeck's missed him, but Milner makes up for it. England 1, Spain 0. That sounds nice, doesn't it? After a very rocky start on the waves in the first half, Jordan Henderson, the substitute, explodes away from his marker. Gerard Piqué sends that pacing pass into the box, hoping somebody's in the right place at the right time. Looks like Welbeck had lost it, but Milner is there to back it up. Jordi Alba, back to Xabi Alonso, sends it into the mixer towards Fernando Torres. Oh! It cushioned up his forehead ever so nicely. Lacked the accuracy. It's a great run from El Nino. And we're at the hour mark and the European champions are losing to England. And Torres misses that one, but Piqué is going to keep it alive. Xavi. Sergio Busquets. Oh, Torres couldn't keep it down. Still the leader off on the plate to Fernando Torres. Arbelo's cross is shut down. And it's stayed in play. Through the magic of sorcery is Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. About to deliver a bit of pacey magic himself. Rooney squares it to Welbeck, who has James Milner unmarked on the right-hand side. Rooney knocks it on towards Milner. And he's taken too long to get into that danger area. Do my eyes deceive me, or are England flirting with a semi-final? Phil Jones as well to read it. And look at him marching forward. Unapologetic audacity from Phil Jones. He's threading it through to Welbeck. Can he get away from Ramos? He does. Welbeck. Henderson. They're not going the easy way about this. Jordan Henderson could have turned himself into a legendary hero in one game. Alonso sent it into the box. Torres and Piqué. Look at the double athleticism. The judges would have scored it a 9 if there's a goal on the end of it. David Silva chips it in towards Torres, nodded away by Terry. Oliver. Alonso pulls the trigger, stings the hands of Joe Hart. But it's kept alive. Iniesta, how did he not convert? How did he not find a goal net from that range? Spain's top goal scorer has let them down because he couldn't keep it down. Here comes Spain's top goal scorer, Iniesta. He's threaded it through to Torres. Wrong side of the post. Torres has had as many guilty chances in this quarter-final as anybody else on the pitch. And so far, none of them have found the target. Milner waiting patiently for that through pass. Can he beat Xabi Alonso to it? Drills it into the area. Welbeck! They've done it! Danny Welbeck gets his first goal for England. And it's the biggest one of his international career yet. It's the young man from Manchester who has started in every one of these England games and has come under scrutiny for failing to find the net. But he's answered those criticisms. They'll forgive him for this. Just 1 minute away from confirming England's spot in the semi-final. But there's just one more attack to enjoy. Oh, Rooney! He tried to drill it through Casillas, but he caught it like a bullet. If Spain create anything now, it's surely a consolation. And it's all over. England are in their first semi-final since 1996. They have defeated the champions, and they will take on Italy. Well, I hope you found those 4 quarter-finals exciting. The 2 underdogs, Greece and the Czech Republic, giving Netherlands and Portugal a scare. And then of course 2 games where the scoreline doesn't correspond to the drama on the pitch. Italy and England will face each other in the semi-final. 3 players who have matched Mario Gomez's 4-goal tally. Schneider, Ronaldo and Iniesta. Is there anyone who has defined their country more than those 3 players? Spain's reign of terror over international football is over. They won't be winning their 3rd international trophy in a row. They have no choice to share. Italy are the only semi-finalists to have won a trophy in this century. So what did you think of those quarter-finals? Did your country make it through? Let's get those semi-final predictions flooding in. Who is going to the final of Euro 2012? Welcome to everybody who has just joined me, and thank you to everybody who has watched. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and follow me on Twitter.